Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now let's try this again. This video was supposed to be released on Saturday morning. I made it Friday afternoon, but I didn't realize until Saturday morning that the recorder I used two different recorders. I use one that records the in-game sounds and my voice, which is what I'm using now, and I use a recorder that uses just the in-game sounds and it doesn't record my voice. Now stupidly, when I hit the record button and made the video, I was using the recorder that only has the in-game sound. So I was speaking for about 15 minutes for freaking nothing. And that means that I couldn't release videos for the weekend because I didn't have time. So I just done the replay specials. So we're back. We are back, and I've made sure it's the right recorder. And today we're going to have a look in the shop. But mostly we're talking about the somua. Now, Droodle did a video last week and said pretty much do not buy the somua. We're going to see if I agree or disagree with what Droodles is saying. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the shop. Let's see what discounts there are. Let's see what is there that's worthy to buy. So, of course, the first discount you have here, the Dangerous Duo, which is the somua and the Panther. Now, Dangerous Duo, I wouldn't call it a dangerous duo. Both tanks are kind of meh, and that's like my whole video ruined, because now you know my answer for the somua. But let's have a look, because even though they're meh, they could be a good price. So 15k gold for both of these, I would say, is not a good price, and I wouldn't buy that. Of course, you have the killer, however you want to say it. Yeah, that crate's not worth it in my opinion. And you have the M60. So you can get this M60. There's a few different offers for the M60. You can get this for 22.5k gold, which is only just, I mean, if you look at tier 10s, you're looking at around 20k gold anyway. But with this bundle, you're actually getting 10 American containers with that, with 10% drop rate or drop chance of random reward. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad price, to be honest, for 22.5k gold. Moving along the list, there is some different tanks in there this week, which is kind of stupid. But we have the E25 number 1, the camo with the camo that once Wargaming promised never to sell again. Yeah, that they kind of threw that at the back, and now you can actually get this camo with the tank. 14 days premium. And that's only £6. Actually a really good buy. It's actually a fun tank to play. Now, the next tank, the Chinu Kai. You can either buy one crate at £4.49 and it'll have, what, a 50% chance? No, 20% drop rate chance for the tank, or 2,500 gold. So you can either buy this, you can either get 2,500 gold, or you will get the tank. But I mean, come on, seriously. Or you can get the tank for 10,000 gold. This is a tier 5 tank. A tier 5 tank that isn't even good. The only thing it's good at is making credits, but you don't even need that now. There's so many tanks that make credits, you don't even need tanks that have high credit coefficient. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. Absolutely stupid price. Do not buy that tank for that price. Of course, you got the crates again, and you have the somua on its own for 12.5k gold with the camo. Again, this is too much. 12.5k gold is too much. You've got the M60 there, 17.5k gold. Again, that's good price in my opinion. Or you could buy the crate, just like we've seen. Again, 20% chance either for 5k gold or the tank. Now, £8, again, it's not worth it. You might as well buy the tank itself. You might as well buy the tank at 17.5k gold, because that's a pretty decent price for a tier 10 tank. Next up, we have the Emile and the K91. Now, yes, it's a 17.5k gold, but both tanks are actually pretty good. You could say it's not bad, not a bad price at all. Moving on, you have the AMX 1357 and you have the Panther N10 for 6.5k gold. Now that's actually a pretty decent buy. 2 tier 7 tanks for 6.5k gold, pretty decent. And yeah, next you have the T34-3 decent tankish for just 5.5k gold. The E4, the Sherman E4 tier 5 tank for £3.49. That is a really good buy because you're getting 7 days premium with that as well. And you have the Angry Connor for just 2.5k gold. Yeah, I mean, the Angry Connor is kind of crap, but it's fun. It's a unique tank and definitely worth having in your garage. The gun is probably one of the best, tier for tier, it's one of the best guns in the game. So, yeah, I mean, there's a few offers there, but, I mean, you're going to have some tanks here as well, which you can buy without the camo. You've got the Somua there for 10k gold without the camo. Again, still too much. Or you've got the K91 for 10k gold. I mean, if you look at that, K91 is actually a good tier 9 tank for the same price as the Somua. I mean, the K91 is a good buy, in my opinion. You've got the AMX 1357 on its own for 4.5k gold. Again, pretty decent price. The Panther M10 for 3k, but I mean, it's cheap, but it's not that great of a tank now. It used to be, but not so much now. So we're going to have a look at the Somua. Is Droodles right? Is Droodles right at this tank? What is good about this tank and what is bad about this tank? Now, the turret does have 200mm of turret armor, but I mean, you don't bounce as much as you expect with that. Yes, you do have gun depression. If you're using the gun depression, you can get bounces, but you can't really rely on this armor. Now, the DPM is only 1900. Of course, it is an auto loader. Auto loaders are usually lower DPM. The magazine reload is 23 seconds. Yes, 23 seconds. That is a long time to literally be doing nothing in the game. So definitely, it's not a frontline tank. Do not play it as a frontline tank because you're going to get ripped apart very, very quickly. It has 3 shells and 3-second intraclip. Penetration 232 and on your APCR is 263. So not the greatest again, but I mean, it'll do. You'll struggle against some tier 9s, but it will do. 310 alpha on your AP, 260 on your APCR, and 350 on your HE. Aim time is poor at 4.4, and dispersion is not great at 0.337, but it does have 10 degrees of gun depression, and you do go 40 kilometers per hour, which is not bad for a heavy tank. So what is so bad about the tank? I mean, let's just have a look. I've got to try and find them now, because I've had quite a lot of battles since then. So what is good about the tank and what's bad about the tank? Now, of course, the DPM is low, but you can expect that on an auto loader. You can expect the auto loaders to have lower DPM, of course. But what's really sort of poor about the tank for me, what would I change? What would I change about the tank to make it better? In my honest opinion, I would only change one thing. And of course, the reload is a long time not to be doing anything, especially when there's tanks all around you. Like here, there's mediums in front of us. The team are going, the team are pushing. I'm not able to do anything for 23 seconds. That is a long time, a very long time not to be able to do anything. So because it is such a long time not to be able to do anything, you have to try and make sure that all of your shots count. You have to make sure that every single shot you take is penning the enemy tanks, because otherwise it's just a waste of DPM and your DPM will be even lower than it is. But you can see here, I mean, we're trying to go hold down. Of course, we're not moving really, and that guy can see us no problem whatsoever. But even with the reload at being 23 seconds, you can still do damage. Of course, it's an auto loader. You can still do damage very, very quickly if you manage to get all your shells out. But the one thing I would honestly change is that intraclip reload. 3 seconds intraclip, I would probably bring that down to at least to maximum 2.5 maybe, but 2 second intraclip will be nice for this tank. And just that alone, if Wargaming gave it a 2 second intraclip instead of a 3, I think it would be a fantastic tank. It really, really would. Keep the reload, by all means, keep the reload at 23 seconds. But change the intraclip reload. If they're not going to change the intraclip reload, maybe bring that reload down a little bit. Even 20 seconds would be enough. But in my opinion, and obviously some people like Droodles' opinion, It's not a great tank. It doesn't do great. I mean, you can see here we haven't really bounced anything. We bounced 160. Even in your hold down position, you would expect to bounce some with 200 millimeters of turret armor, but that just isn't the case. I mean, as I say that, we managed to get a block shot there from the shark. But yeah, overall, it's not a fantastic tank. It doesn't perform well, and people don't perform well in this tank. It does need a few changes. Of course, as I've said, that just the intra-clip reload alone, I think would make this tank really, really good. But as it stands, it's not a great tank. The price is stupid. I think it's way overpriced in the store. Maybe when it next comes, it will come for maybe 8k gold. I don't know. But right now, I would agree with Droodles, and I would say do not buy this tank. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.